Mighty, what's up, homeboy?
My guy, Danny boy, welcome back, my man.
Okay.
And people don't understand. A lot of people's like, well, he don't owe you nothing, and da 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 da. I just think, out of meeting Snoop again and being faced one on one, especially in a time and day in a space like what we're in. What do I mean by that? All of us had an opportunity to see the Snoop Dogg story where I guess he was kind of messed over by death row, and
Snoop Dogg was never messed over by death row. That's one lie I would like to get rid of in 2026. Snoop Dogg was not messed over by death row. None of them dudes got messed over by death row. I know Suge did a lot of things, but one thing he did was make sure he looked out for all of those guys.
So what's the complaints that mostly come from them?
What's the complaints?
Yeah, like what's the complaints that the artists normally have when it comes to death row?
I don't know what their complaints was. I really don't know what their complaints was. But it wasn't about the money. Them dudes was all getting 6 figures a month. Like stipends. Okay. Remember, right? When they signed Snoop Dogg is like a brand new artist, right? And this is in the early 90s, right? So when he's working on Dre's record, that becomes his first publishing and different things. He has a publishing deal, so whatever money. That's when he started getting stipends every month. He was getting stipends to live. Remember the day Snoop's album comes out, his debut solo album, Doggystyle, he catches a murder case. You know what I'm saying? Suge, the label pays for Snoop's murder case. He was still making money enough to pay his bills every month. And I think Snoop has been honest and said this. I think this is everybody else's on the outside's idea of money. But Dash, Snoop, all them dudes, Dre, all them dudes got paid. Yes, they did. I'm telling y'all. Pac was getting 6 figures a month. They was all getting paid. They was getting treated better than any label treated anybody, especially for them situations. So I get that. I see that Snoop and Suge got their own thing going now, and it's different. It's a different situation, but it's not about him robbing them. So even as him getting messed over, I don't know how would he had gotten messed over at that time. If I think Snoop is honest with this. Like I think he's thanked Suge before for keeping him out of prison. So I don't know kind of where this is coming from or why this thing is being going on. But none of them dudes got messed over. Pac did not say he got fucked over in no contract with Death Row. Pac never said that. Never. Pac never said he got messed over. That's a lie.
Dr. Dre got messed over after the case, though.
Dr. Dre didn't get messed over.
No, I'm talking about when he left and he wasn't able to get none of his masters and all that like that.
He said, no. That's what his sacrifice was to get out of the contracts and his obligations. No, Pac did not say that. Pac never said that one time.
What are they saying Pac said?
That, oh man, Suge was beating him. No, he did not say that. That's a lie. Like we don't gotta lie. That's not what he said. Now, what other people said is different. What Pac said was not that. In no interview. So again, what somebody else is lying about is different. When y'all keep saying that Pac never said that one time. Pac was getting Pac was getting $100,000+ every month from the day he got out. Death Row spent roughly $2 million to get him out of jail, right? They paid for him to record his first album, and they was giving him stipends to live. So I don't know how don't y'all, you can count just fine. You can count just fine. If listen what I'm saying, coach. If Pac, they get Pac out of jail, that's $2-3 million to get him out of jail. Was that supposed to be free?
No.
No, he didn't. CMG, he didn't make that money times a million. G, that's not true, dog. Like, listen, the way a record deal works is Pac's deal is public. It's public, right? Pac was getting roughly, let's just push it up to 20%. It wasn't that much. I remember what it was, but his contracts are public. Let's say Pac is getting 20% of whatever the wholesale rate is. Let's say Pac is getting, I don't know, let's say $2. Let's just say $2, even though it's not quite that high. No, he didn't recoup that. Yeah, he recouped that after he passed away. Yeah. But I'm saying, let's say he's getting $2. I'm telling you, Pac didn't recoup. Hell no. Not okay. Just listen. Let me break it down. Let's say Pac's cut of the money is $2, which is probably not that much. Right? Let's say it's $2 per record. They spent $2 to $3 million. Let's say $3 million getting him out of jail. How much it costs to make that record? $1 million? How much it costs to make All Eyez on Me? How much they paying in beats? How much they paying for everything? At that time.
Man, I was about to say, especially
in-house producers though. So
right?
Yeah.
So let's say they have $4 million. How much they shooting videos? That is not true, Anderson Avenue. That's a lie. They didn't bail him out with his own money. That's a lie. That's another lie that happened. That was something that dude had to sign for. All this money. Let's say they in debt. Let's say the number, right? Let's say the number is this. He has to recoup out of his portion. That's the point. He has to pay back all money spent on him and all money owed out of his $2. Not out of the $10 that the CD comes back, but out of the $2. Do you get the difference? So it's not like when an artist, like if somebody fronts you $1 million and then you sell 100,000 records and that make $1 million, you didn't recoup. Let's say if somebody gave you $1 million and your cut is $1, you need to make $1 million out of your $1. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but you never heard Pac talk shit about Suge.
Death Row did do right by Pac. What the hell y'all mean?
You never heard
really
Pac
trying to say argued it. Of course Death Row did. Man, y'all motherfuckers is crazy. This motherfucker couldn't get out of jail. What do you mean did they do right by him? Like, look, man, y'all got to grow up. You got to stop being little fucking kids. It ain't no janky contract. How's that a janky contract? That's all business. You ain't finna pay the cook the most money. First off, he couldn't get out of jail. Nobody would get him out of jail. Nobody. When they get him out of jail, he get the best records. He get to the front of the line. He get all the best songs, all the best beats.
But you never heard Pac complain, though. That's my thing.
The hell are y'all talking about? Death Row was not controlled by Jimmy Iovine. That's a lie. The frustrating part is people not being an adult and using your adult mind. You being so connected to somebody you don't know in an artist. Use your brain, man. Use your damn brain. He couldn't get out of jail. That dude go get him out of jail, dog. That dude went and got him out of jail, put him to the front of the line, put him with the best producers. Dre gave him records. Everybody gave him all the best shit.
Hey, send the video where Pac was complaining.
Y'all motherfuckers is crazy.
People talking about like
they did him bad. Of course they didn't do it. Of course they didn't do him wrong. Are y'all crazy?
Send the film.
Nobody did him wrong. Even on his cycle, right? You like yo.
Yes, send it.
Your damn your it's 6 months. Pac died 6-7 months by the time All Eyez on Me came out. Like even the cycle of payment, he was. How the hell y'all gonna say Death Row did Pac bad? Man, Death Row did great by Pac. Death Row did better by Pac than any motherfucking label ever did by any artist.
Oh, come on.
I don't know enough to say that.
Yeah.
You tell me who else somebody went out.
I don't know enough
You tell
to
me
say
somebody else somebody went and got out of jail when nobody else would get him out of jail and then put him to the front of the line. Who else?
I mean, I think that was a moment of opportunity, though. I think that Suge seen a great opportunity. I think when Suge went to go visit him in jail and Pac told him the whole plan that he had, Suge looked at that as an opportunity that they was going to come. They was going to both be able to come up together like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, you go bail somebody out, you show me.
You got that appeal. You got that appeal on the deck for him. You know what I'm saying? Signed that contract on a toilet piece of toilet tissue, and they took it from there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I
So
don't know.
y'all just don't give a
I think
fuck
they
about
saying
Snoop.
they more so saying it because of the stories about like I know Idi Amin said something. Napoleon, the outlaw dude said a couple of things.
Napoleon definitely said something.
Yeah, they going off what they said.
That's hearsay though.
But Napoleon again, he couldn't get out of jail, man.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? People talking about he had the number one album in jail. Why did nobody go get him out of jail then?
But even with Napoleon Trap, it's not. He said Pac wanted out his deal to start his own label though. It wasn't like he was complaining about his deal. He just wanted to grow. I think artists do come to a point where they want to do something different though.
Bruh, y'all gotta grow up, bruh.
But it wasn't like he was trashing shit about what his deal was. He just wanted to start his own label.
Bro, y'all gotta grow up, bro. That's crazy. Y'all just ridiculous.
But what I'm saying is this then. So what is the bad? Because you say, I'm saying, what is the bad things that the artist that was formerly on Death Row say about that? Like what it was like the violence or something like that? It wasn't the contracts. Okay,
that's what everybody talked about. Everybody talking about getting fucked up.
the DPs, the beatdowns.
Yeah. Okay.
Nobody was talking about how bad the business was. Y'all motherfuckers crazy. This motherfucker was paying them.
Hey,
Suge was the
imagine that
something else. That's what we gonna do for Sunday dinner.
Trap.
We gonna really revisit this whole Death Row thing in detail.